we present an implementation for simulation of tearing in cloth. The goal is to simulate cloth with a focus on tearing of cloth in real time. We will also be implementing collision between cloth particles as well as interaction of cloth with rigid bodies. The approach that we follow in this paper is based on the paper titled Position-Based Dynamics by Matthias Müller et al. The paper separates the cloth into discrete particles and create triangular faces between these particles while maintaining two manifolds. The algorithm is based on a constraint mechanism and it directly manipulates vertex positions based on these constraints. Tearing is simulated by comparing the stretching of an edge with a specified threshold based on cloth properties. We duplicate one of the vertices of the edge and assign new neighbors. We started our implementation from scratch. Only the camera model was taken from the Jello Cube assignment. The main paper used for the simulation is the position-based dynamics paper as mentioned previously. Some concepts from the papers as shown in the slide were required to understand the key concepts thoroughly. Up till now, we have created a basic cloth structure with vertices, edges, and faces. We apply stretch constraint to maintain length between edges and also apply bend constraint to ensure that bending of the cloth between edges and faces is handled correctly. We have successfully implemented basic tearing simulation in cloth. The output is currently being rendered out in OpenGL. We have ensured that the tear seams depend on the direction of the force applied. One of our goals is to input cloth which is weak at certain places to change the tearing effect. The tearing currently varies with different cloth materials using the threshold value. We are currently working on rigid body collision simulation as well as handling cloth-to-cloth interaction. We are in the process of creating a Maya node to directly obtain the simulation in Maya. If time permits, we would like to simulate different tears as well as other interesting effects. Here are a few current results from our implementation. This shows a basic cloth which also displays vertices, edges, and faces of the cloth. It also shows the cloth material. The camera can be moved around to get a better sense of what's happening in the scene. This is collision with the ground simulated for the cloth. Here we see how the stretch constraint factor changes stretching in the cloth. The bend constraint factor ensures that the faces maintain the angle between them. The bend initial angle changes the look of the cloth while constraining how much adjacent faces can bend with respect to each other. This shows the results of the tear simulation based on where forces are applied on the cloth. There are few artifacts at the end of simulation which are yet to be handled. The video has been slowed down to see the simulation better. Thank you.